22 Magnum Federal Punch 45 grain hollow point versus the 38 Special 120 grain Federal Punch hollow point. And I know a lot of people are going to ask the question, why would you compare something like this? And to answer that question, basically you have to kind of go back to my history. You know, I started shooting around 1990 as an adolescent. Early 2000s, I would always ask questions on forums because there really wasn't a lot of information out there on 22 Magnum, 38 Special. I got into a lot of studying about handgun ballistics, and you know, YouTube didn't exist, but what you had was people on gun forums saying 22 Magnum is just as powerful as 38 Special. 38 Special is garbage. You might as well carry a 22 Magnum. So that's kind of why I kind of pull up these comparisons to this day, because I kind of find it funny. And I just like to kind of know and run something kind of interesting while I test the new ammo like that 22 Magnum. So 4-inch barrels, I think this is a little bit more than a 4-inch barrel, but it's something like that for our, you know, Heritage Rough Rider running that 22 mag 4-inch barrel, Smith & Wesson 686 for our 38 Special. So we're going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy we get at the same time. I'm going to do my standard 10% clear ballistic test. 4 layers of heavy denim, followed by 3 inches of clear ballistics to represent hitting a pectoral muscle, followed by a 1/4 inch MDF into more clear ballistics. And by the way, clear ballistics is generally about half as dense as human tissue, so our 3-inch pectoral muscle is like a 1.5 inch pectoral muscle on a person. Then I'm going to shoot from a little distance at my full-size steel silhouette. I haven't decided what distance yet, but either way, I'm going to start shooting at that, see what kind of practical accuracy I can get. So let's get started with this test. All right, first up we have our 44 Special. By the way, both are rated at 1,000 feet per second. However, I believe this 38's out of a 4-inch barrel, and the 1,000 feet per second rating for the 22 Magnum is out of a 2-inch barrel. So let's see what we get with our 38 Special. And by the way, this is a +P 4-inch barrel. 975, 1042, 1089. No read. 1032. 1008. And it did feel like there was something kind of wrong with that first round. It just didn't shoot right. It just felt kind of weak. So 22 Magnum single action. Let's see what we get with this. Wow, 1233. That's nice. 1154. 1097, 1121, 1114. So not particularly consistent, and my group is holding a little bit high to the left for some reason. So let's hit our ballistics gel block with these and just see what we get, see how they compare. All right, 38 Special, I'm going to do a shot with our 1/4 inch MDF to represent hitting ribs or sternum. Pull it out and just do what would be equivalent to a gut shot with no MDF. So let's see how our 38 Special does through our MDF. All right, let's pull that MDF out and do our gut shot now. All right, no MDF, just our gut shot. Let's go take a look. All right, so through our MDF, it does not appear that we're getting any expansion in that first 3 inches. And we stopped right at about 16.5 inches. I don't see any expansion whatsoever. With no MDF, we're looking at about 21.5 inches. And again, I don't see any expansion. And this kind of proves a point. I had a discussion with somebody last night about that, you know, when you don't get expansion on some hollow points, it doesn't necessarily turn it into a full metal jacket or act as a full metal jacket. It actually does not really over penetrate that much. In this case, it did not, because if it was a full metal jacket, we'd probably be way up here. So we got okay damage, probably a little tumbling after hitting that ribs or sternum simulation, but not particularly great performance. Let's try our 22 mag now. All right, 22 Magnum through our MDF. Let's see how this does. All right, let's try our gut shot now. All right, no MDF, just our gut shot. See how it does. go take a look. All right, so it appears that we are tumbling before hitting that MDF, possibly. And it does kind of look like tumbling both ways. So even though this is probably our best case scenario with over a 4-inch barrel, we're still not getting expansion with this, at least in my testing protocol. I've seen other people get expansion in their test of this stuff, but for me, I just not getting any, even though it should have expanded because we had really good velocity. So that's very interesting. So with our MDF shot, we got a penetration of about 12¼ inches. No MDF, right about 14 inches. So, you know, it's adequate as far as getting enough penetration, that's for sure. It's got enough penetration. Both of these have enough penetration, but we're just not getting any expansion with these. So let's shoot from, I'm gonna do 25 yards and just kind of see what kind of practical accuracy I can get with these. All right, 25 yards from the target, 38 special. Let's see how this will do. All right, I'm gonna say those are pretty good. 22 mag, I don't know how these are gonna impact. Let's just hold center mass. Let's fire. Let's fire. And I don't think it's the ammo's fault. I have had that issue with this gun since the day I bought it. People are saying that there's something wrong with it, so. All right, so it is impacting just a little bit to the left still. So I think I could hit this at 75 yards. So let me try that real quick. All right, 75 yards from the target. Before I shoot, I wanted to show some quality control issue I found with this Federal Punch. The top of the case is crushed, so I can't chamber it. I'm one of those, so interesting there. So 75 yards. Let's see how this stuff will shoot. It's pretty accurate and point of aim and impact at 25. So see what I can do. All right, I'm going to say that's still doing pretty well. First shot I pulled. So let's see what we get with our 22 Magnum here. So since it was impacting high and to the left, I'm going to aim at the low right corner there, that silhouette. All right, so that one hit I made, I actually had to aim off the target about 2 feet to the right and about a foot low. So overall, other than that quality control issue and other than wanting to see a little bit better expansion in the gel with that 38 Special, overall, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to say it's a pretty good round of ammunition overall. Because a lot of rounds are just kind of wonky, where they have way too much flash, or they have way too much recoil, or they're shooting all over the place. So this 120 grains without powder charge is very consistent. So honestly, if they were to push it faster and it were to ruin the accuracy just to get the expansion, I actually would not like that. a lot of people focus too much on expansion alone, as where that hollow point, even though it's not really expanding, it's doing a pretty good job in our ballistic performance, and it's very accurate. I have no questions that I could hit a target, especially at like 40 yards with this stuff. Now our 22 mag, I don't know what to think about that, because we had good velocity, no doubt, but it just didn't want to expand for me. So, you know, to have that low of power in comparison to something else, I'm not really impressed with it. So that's what you get today, Federal Punch 22 mag versus 38+P. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.